Hello, my dear ones. Today we are going to learn another form of a formal means of communication, that is, notice writing. A notice is a formal means of communication. The purpose of a notice is to announce or display information to a specific group of people. Notices are generally meant to be pinned up on specific display boards, whether in schools or in public places, and they can even be printed in the newspapers. What is a notice? As I told you earlier, a notice is a written or a printed announcement. For example, a notice for sale, or at times when you enter your building, there will be a display board around the reception area where you will see there are printed notices being put. For example, if the water tank of your building is being cleaned, they will put a notice stating that kindly store water from this time to this time, as today the water tank will be cleaned and there will be no supply of water. So these are examples of notices. It is written in order to inform a large number of people about something that has happened or is about to happen. It could be an upcoming event, competition, lost and found notice, or just a piece of information to be delivered to the targeted audience. It is generally written in a formal tone. Notices are factual and to the point. Factual means they are actual details or information and not about ideas or feelings of anybody. The language used is simple and formal, not flowery. You will be to the point and it will be really short. They are put up on display boards in schools or at public places or even in newspapers, and these days, since we are in the era of technology, they are also circulated on the WhatsApps. Children, whatever we are writing in the writing skill section, we need to follow a certain format. For example, in your previous classes, let's say your diary writing or your informal or formal writing letters, you always followed a format, and we told you that these formats also carry marks. So whenever you write doing a format for notice writing or a letter or anything else, please remember the format as we have taught you, because they carry marks. So let's see what exactly is the format for notice writing. A notice should contain all the necessary details such as name of the issuing agency. Whosoever is writing the notice is the issuing agency. In your case, it could be the school or your society. So it answers the question who. Date of the issue or release of the notice. You should always mention the date on which you're writing the notice. Title, subject of the event. Now, without that title, the people who are actually reading the notice would be confused and they would have to go through the details. So, always mention what exactly is the notice about, which answers the question what. Body, which will have the date, the time, the duration, the place, the venue. That is when, why, and where. All these three questions, if they are answered, you will have your perfect content of the notice. Authorized signatory. Now, whoever has written the notice, his name will come, his signature, and his post. For example, if you are the head girl or the head boy of the school and you are writing notice, then you will put your name and you will put your class, and in the brackets you would put head boy or head girl. This is how our notice should look. First things first, that is, draw a box, and always draw a box with a pencil, and please use a scale. And after you have finished writing your notice, you can highlight your box with a black color pencil, but not a sketch pen, because normally sketch pens leave an imprint on the next page. So you can carry one black color pencil with you to make your box more prominent. Next is the name of the issuing agency or the authority, which should be in the capital letter to avoid any confusion. You can even underline it. Then comes the notice. Now, notice has to be in capital letters at all times, and you can underline it. And after leaving a line, you will give your date of issue or the release of the notice. sometimes we give you the date in the notice question, sometimes we don't. So generally what I advise students is, if the date is not given, then the day of the classwork, the day when you're writing the notice, follow the same date. For example, I give you a notice today to write, and today the date is 8th, so you will write today's date, that is 8th of May 2020. Then comes the title or subject of the event. So whatever the notice is telling you, you will make a title for it, and your title can be very catchy and attractive so that more people get attracted to it. Then comes the body of the notice, which will have the date, the time, the duration, the place, and the venue. Then after you finish writing the body, you will write your name, your designation, and you can even put your signature. These three will be coming in 3 different lines: your name, then next line designation, and the next line your signature or your class. Have you understood, children? So this is exactly how your notice should look like. Now let me give you a few notice writing tips. Do not cross the word limit. The prescribed word limit is 50 words. It should not be more than that. It is not a paragraph. It is just a piece of information that you're giving to a group of people. Repetition of any information should be avoided. Always enclose the notice in a box. Make sure you draw the box with a pencil. Now why with a pencil? Because in case you need to write a little more information, and if you've drawn with a pen, it will be difficult to rub it off. So always use a pencil to draw your box. Keep your notice short, crisp, and to the point. Highlight the word notice and title. It can be either bold or underlined. Now in our case, we will always keep in capital letters. The title should be captivating and eye-catching. Here you can use all your imagination and all the adjectives that you know, so that anybody who passes by reads the title of the notice and gets attracted. A few more writing tips. Don't make hypothetical information and facts. Make use of what's given in the question. Now don't use your imagination or add on to the question. Whatever is given, kindly follow the same thing. Make sure you do not mention your personal information. Personal means you will not put your phone numbers or your email IDs or your addresses, because this is something which is one-way communication. This is not two-way communication. You don't want people to revert back to your answer to your notice. So you will not add any personal information. Make use of all the available information in the question. Whatever is given in the question, stick to that. Your answer shall include answers to all the 5 W's. What, why, when, where, and who. The purpose for which it is being written should be stated clearly. Now, if it is a singing competition or a drawing competition, it should be mentioned very clearly. Focus on presentation and clarity. Your notice should look very neat, clean, and beautifully presented. Now, let's see an example. You are Rahul or Ruhi, head girl, head boy of DAV International School. Your school is going to organize an inter-school singing competition. Write a notice for your school notice board inviting names of all the interested students. Now let's see how we'll write the notice. The first thing that we need to do is, yes, draw a box. And always remember to draw the box with a pencil. Next, we will write the issuing authority's name. Now, you are in which school? You are in DAV International School as mentioned in the question. So, you will write the school's name. Then, you will write notice. Remember, both these things will be in capital letters and you can also underline them. Then will come the date. After leaving a line, you will write your date. And remember, the date will be left to the margin. Then you will write the title of your notice. Here the title will be Inter-School Singing Competition. Now the body. Our school is organizing an inter-school singing competition on December 20, 2020, Tuesday at 12 p.m. in the school auditorium. More than 20 schools from all over the city will participate. Interested students may contact the undersigned latest by December 10, 2020. then your name and your designation. You can even add your class if you wish to. See how neat the notice is looking? This is how exactly your notice should look. And remember, whenever we will be doing notice in the school, carry a scale with you. I hope you have understood. This will be continued with the help of worksheets. I will send you a few worksheets to practice your format and to practice your body as well. Till then, take care, be safe, and please, children, study regularly and honestly. Take care.